Welcome back. Now that we've created a module and also now that we've created a step under a module, now it's time for us to edit our step. Steps can either be a video or a blog or even an assessment. What do I mean? This means that if you have a video or after the video you want to add a blog, or after a particular step you want the student to take an assessment, you can do that. Alright, so in order for us to have an idea of what is going on, why don't we go to the front end and see what our student is seeing. So in order for you to be able to preview whatever you've been doing here, all you need to do is to go into the front end of your channel. And to go into the front end of your channel, you need to open a new tab and type in the username, your username.instinup.com. But in my own case now, the name of my channel is Tech Solution, which is techsolution.instinup.com. This name is going to be the username of your channel. Okay, so this is going to be / the library, which means I want to be able to see everything that I have inside of my library. This is going to take me directly to the course library, which means this is going to be the overview of every course that I've been creating so far. And as you can see, the only course that I have here is Introduction to Visual Studio Code. This is the only course I've created so far, and this is the only thing that my students can see on my channel. The only subject that I've created so far is Information Technology, and it's the same thing that you're seeing here. Now let me go into the Introduction to Visual Studio Code. So if I go into Visual Studio Code right now, I can see that my thumbnail is not showing, which means I need to go back and edit whatever that I want there. But if you can remember, I titled this course Introduction to Visual Studio Code. This is the same thing that my students are going to see. If you can remember also, I added the description as this is an IDLE. This is just going to be talking about IDLE. And as you can see also, I have just one module and I have 2 steps under it. The first step is the IDLE, where I said I'm going to be explaining what is IDLE and other stuff. Alright, so after that, the next step is downloading VS Code. Now, let's go back to the back end and edit some things and see what this is going to look like on the front end. Now let me go back to my channel, and then in this case I am going to be seeing this page, which means now I want to add a video to the first step. Now if I am to click on this button, it's going to take me to where I can choose a video. Now I'm going to be using this video test here because I'm just testing. Now this is going to take maybe a few seconds or few minutes, depends on the size of the video. Now after this is done uploading, you can either add maybe a teacher's notes, or you want to add an image under the video. Maybe you want to like call attention of your student to something, then definitely you can add that to this. I guess you need to click on the, after you choose your video, and then you need to click on the upload button. Once you click on the upload button, then this should start uploading. And once this is done uploading, you can either add anything to the video. You can add the teacher's notes by adding the teacher's notes using the text here, or you can add the teacher's notes using the image. Maybe you want to call the attention of your students to a particular image or to a particular part of the video. You can add those images here. You can even preview the video once it's done, just to be sure of which video did you pick. Okay, so now that we are done with this first step, why don't we try it on the front end and see how is it gonna be. So let me go back to the front end and see what my user are going to see. So if I am to refresh this now, and then I go into IDLE, remember we edited IDLE. Now this is going to ask me for my username or my email and also my password. Now in this case, I'm just going to be using the same thing. I'm also a student and also a creator. Now this is what it's going to look like, because this is what I have uploaded. This is the first step. and the first step is a video, if my first step is going to be based on video, you're going to be seeing this icon here, which means this step is actually a video. That is how to add a step that has to do with video. But before we go, I would like to add a text here so that you guys can see that this is working real time. So if I go back into the back end and I try to add a note, maybe a teacher's note, maybe I just want to tell my student that you must complete this step for 10 marks. I can actually add that here. Alright, so once I'm done with this, all I need to then do is to go back. Like I said, I can preview this, is to go back and then refresh this. Once I'm done refreshing this, I can see that the teacher's note that I added has been added here. Isn't that amazing? Yes, so because you can actually edit something real time and also see what you are editing on the front end. So that is how to add a video step. In the next video, I'm going to be showing you how you can add a blog step that is quite different from a video. Now my first step is based on video. Now I can make my second step to be based on blog. I can make my third step to be based on assessment, and I can make the next step to be based on just only PDF. I'll see you guys in the next one. Thank you for having me.